Capricorn. Welcome. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am Simone, the Moon Goddess. So Capricorn, if you've been watching my Instagram stories, if you've read or checked my community tab, you would see that when I was attempting to record a week ahead reading for you, three times your video failed. 3 times, Capricorn. And it wasn't as if it was one after the next. I spent 20 minutes talking to a camera that stopped recording at 4 seconds the first time. I went on to record another video for another sign and it went smoothly. So I said, okay, let me come back and tackle Capricorn. I spoke for another 20 minutes or so to discover that the camera stopped at 14 seconds. Okay. All right. Interesting. I went on to record 2 other signs after that. No issues, no problems. I set up a mirror so that I could see my camera, so I could see if it cut out, if there was a problem with my camera. Then I would know. Those other 2 signs recorded fine. I came back to your video for the 3rd time, Capricorn. 4 seconds passed. I was like, okay, cool. 14 seconds passed. I was cool. Okay, I got into it. 1 minute and 23 seconds into your reading, Capricorn, the camera stopped recording again. These are things you can't make up. For whatever reason, I wasn't supposed to channel a message for you. And this was leading up to the solstice. And you know, your ruler, Saturn, was conjuncting with Jupiter. I mean, Aquarius is also ruled by Saturn, so I don't know. I mean, Saturn's moved into Aquarius, so maybe that's why they got their video. I have no idea. All I know is that my spirit guides and the universe were like, no reading for Capricorn for whatever reason. Anyways, if you're still listening to me after all that, welcome. This is your solar return reading. I thought, you know what? Let me not fight it. Let me not force it. Let me roll with it. And I decided I will give you a little bit of a solar return reading. It won't be a full thing. I offer this service on my website, themoongoddess.com. For each sign, when their season rolls around, I offer a solar return report. It's a 75-minute report. It covers the 4 quarters of your solar new year. And it will go into that, well, as much as I can in 75 minutes about for each quarter: health, love, business, money. You can even have it tailored specifically for the themes that you desire. It's down to you. But yeah, I thought that it would go into that a little bit here for you, since it's your season. Happy Capricorn season. And look at January all mixed into one. So that's why we're here today, Capricorn. So I'm going to start off with some oracle cards to get some themes for your solar return, the energies, potential energies for you for your new year, things for you to think about as you move through your new year, things for you to think about as you move into January. All right. Yeah, let's get into it. So spirit guides, still recording. Spirit guides ask for your assistance in channeling a message for Capricorn Sun. This will be for Capricorn Sun signs, the solar return. I will have a part for January for Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising. But let's look at Capricorn Sun signs for now. What's the energy surrounding them for their new year? Potential energies. And as always, may all messages be for the highest good of all involved with harm. Tonight. Amen. Ashe. So it is. So this is for those Capricorn Suns for your new year. The general messages for you. Potential themes that Capricorn should be aware of for their new solar year. All right, so all right, the first card is a Capricorn card. Jupiter in Capricorn. That's funny. Jupiter in Capricorn. Control. Your second card is a Saturn card. Devotion. Saturn in Libra. All right, so you have control, devotion. You have resistance, extremism, and empathy. At the bottom, there's principle, excitement, love it, and negotiation. All right, so what I'm seeing, a common theme running through already, you have a lot of Mercury on here. There's a lot of Mercury energy here. You have Mercury in Taurus, Mercury in Scorpio, Mercury in Gemini. Yeah. So Mercury, you have a lot of Mercury and a lot of Jupiter. So I feel communication is a big deal for y'all, for your new solar year. Communication and expansion. Maybe for some of you, that's how you are growing next year, like moving into media, social media, or expanding what you've already built when it comes to media. It could also be that you are being asked to really focus on how you communicate. It could even be how you communicate with yourself. Because remember, we do most of our communication within self, our thoughts, like things that we process in our minds over and over. You have control. So the Jupiter cards are Jupiter in Capricorn, Jupiter in Sagittarius, Jupiter in Libra. And then you have Saturn in Libra. You have the Moon in Pisces. Moon in Pisces, very intuitive, very intuitive. Also, this is like really downloading inspiration. I feel like y'all are going to be very creative, very inspired. Watch out for taking things to a whole other level when it comes to your communication. Don't become obsessed with certain topics or obsessed with certain ideas. You need to find some balance within that. There's resistance and extremism. Resistance and extremism next to each other. So, and they're both Mercury cards, communication cards. So it's about listening. It's also about receiving, not just listening, but receiving what you're hearing and applying it. Because it could be a situation of you receiving information and not wanting to apply it, it's a sense of being stubborn, extremism and resistance. There could be a potential for a lot of wanting to push and pull as opposed to going with the flow. Your first card is control. Jupiter in Capricorn. So it's also about watch out for potential overdoing, overindulgence, overspending. Maybe when it comes to gambling, or maybe taking way too many risks where there needs to be a sense of pulling it back and reining it in a bit. There's a sense that y'all will be very connected to what the world needs, what people around you need. The Moon in Pisces. See the air? So it's like you have an ear to the ground. You have an ear to the ethers, to everything around you. You're receiving all this inspiration from spirit. Negotiation and principle. Okay, so your Jupiter card is the expansion energy. Control, negotiation, principle. Control, negotiation, principle. So whatever you're doing in business, or even when it comes to connecting to others, negotiating through relationships and how you relate to others, how you relate to your outside world, bring some control. Listen, feel, accept, surrender, know when to push, know when to let go, know when to put, when to release. And then your other Mercury card, your other communication card is excitement. So maybe it's like when you're receiving information, do so from a place of excitement as opposed to resistance. Be excited for change. Be excited to hear somebody else's ideas or somebody else's perspective, as opposed to feeling as if they're trying to block you or box you in. Maybe they're just trying to get you to see things from a bigger picture. Maybe spirit is trying to do so. Look at challenges. Look at life as a challenge to be like a puzzle as opposed to a block. There's a lot of expansion when it comes to your business, money, success. Male fertility is looking strong. There's devotion here. Saturn in Libra. You have 2 Libra cards. Jupiter and Saturn. How interesting. Those 2 planets just conjuncted. You have devotion and negotiation. So maybe for some of you, I feel like that's like a marriage of sorts. There's a sense of devoting yourself to another person. And perhaps, y'all coming together, bringing y'all resources together, negotiating, maybe when you're moving together, negotiating off white walls or white walls, you know what I'm saying? Like there's that type of energy that I'm feeling here. As well as being devoted to your goals, your dreams, the things that you desire. So that's what I am feeling the themes are for you, for your new year. It's a really balanced energy, I feel. You're all looking to broaden y'all's horizons as well. Some of you might be looking to potentially start businesses in other countries or move to other countries. Maybe take up something foreign, investing in foreign lands, or maybe offshore banking of some sort. There's something here with foreign bigger, maybe even foreign studies, learning about another place. There's excitement when it comes to communication and receiving information here. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing at the moment for you. All right, so let's get some tarot cards out. And it's crazy that I just spoke to you about devotion, commitment, making something official. And the first card that my eyes land on is a Hierophant, which is just that. Anything established, anything tried and true. That could be higher learning as well. So maybe some of you are looking to study abroad, perhaps. All right, so spirit guides, what are the messages for Capricorn for their solar new year, Capricorn, sun signs? The energy. All right, your first card is the 3 of Swords. All right. Second card is the 10 of Cups reversed. If you see me looking, it's because I'm checking the camera. 10 of Cups reversed, and then the 10 of Wands. 7 of Wands. Queen of Cups. Sorry, let me just check my... At the heart of the matter is the world. Saturn energy. Wow. And we're talking about the solar return. So the world card is, you can think of it in terms of what goes wrong comes wrong. It's a cycle. It is, sorry, my love, just looking to see. It is time. It is time. Saturn is time, right? Father time. You can think of it in terms of father time. All right. So there's something coming back around again. For your new year, there could be a potential for, there's something, I don't know if this is connected to your past or if this is energies coming in, but the Three of Swords energy, it might make you feel off kilter. There might be something that you're processing. Now, considering that we have so much Mercury energy here, which is communication, thoughts, words, etc. And the Three of Swords, which is air, communication, thoughts, words. You're going to be tested. Resistance, extremism, and excitement. All right, so when it comes to maybe love, even friendships, family, there's something here. There's going to be some kind of disharmony happening. But I feel as if it's in order to right something. You know, it's like you got to break a couple eggs to make an omelet. It's that type of energy that I'm feeling. There's something here where you feel quite heavy, right? There's something here maybe that you're processing from your previous year that's quite heavy, that I feel like you need to heal in some way. All right. The World card is right underneath this Ten of Cups reversed. So it's like your success in your new year is going to be based on you healing certain connections, listening, feeling, embracing. Feeling excited in general about life. No matter what comes your way, it's like knowing challenges are there to teach you, to assist you in your growth, to elevate you, not to stress you or to block you, or because life is horrible. You know, it's all about your perspective. All right, let me do some clarifying. I'm going to use a different deck with this. I'm just going to clarify the Three of Swords and the Three of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. I feel like this is a year that you're going to be tested as far as not relying so much on your logic and really being able to feel, really being able to trust that intuition and rely on your intuition. You have the moon in Pisces. So a lot of what you are going to be, I feel like the way for you to be winning in your new year is to be really connecting to your intuition. It's not so much about the practicalities or the tangibles or the material world. Tell me about this Three of Swords, please. Okay, so the Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles reversed. All right, so considering that you have negotiation here, watch out for something that might come along that might sound way too good. If it sounds way too nice, way too sweet, you know, read the fine print, reread. It could be business, it could be love. But there's something here that doesn't really suit you, that could lead to your heartache, disappointment, you know, or even somebody coming to you with sweet talk, but they're just full of shit, really. So watch out for that. That's the first two. I mean, your first card here is control. Wow. Lover's at the bottom. So it might be connected to love. Be careful who you devote yourself to. And be careful that who you're willing to devote yourself to, make sure that they're willing to devote to you just as much, if not more. You know, you want that balanced energy. Tell me about the Ten of Cups reversed. The Eight of Cups, wow, yeah. So it's like no settling. No settling. Anything that's making you feel like you're settling, you know there's more out there. Broaden your horizons, that Jupiter and Sagittarius energy principle. Principle is all about principle. It's also about looking at the bigger picture, looking bigger, bigger, bigger. No settling. The world is your oyster. Hey, look at the world here. So whatever might be like pinning you down, it's time for you to look at that. Oh my gosh, look at the Tower at the bottom. Don't be resistant to it. Resistance, extremism. Be excited about change. Because I know Earth energy, we thrive on stability and security and knowing where we're headed. But sometimes you need that stir up. Because we can easily box ourselves in. Tell me about the Ten of Wands. Four of Wands. So whatever's heavy could be connected to home, or what feels like home to you. What's your idea of home? Again, boxing yourself in. Maybe in your new year, you are looking, like I've been saying from the beginning, broadening your horizons. For some of you, you might be looking to move away for love or someone. There's a Queen of Cups energy here. Don't worry, don't be thinking lack mindset. Inject some life into your world. You know, I feel some of you feel as if life has just become quite mundane and quite dry. Enter the Queen of Cups. Well, look at that. I wasn't even thinking about that. There's a desert. Queen of Cups is here. Tell me about the Queen of Cups. Nine of Cups reversed. So it's interesting because the Ten of Cups reverse is the energy of the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups reverse is the energy of the Eight of Cups. You have the Ten of Cups, the Eight of Cups here, and now the Nine of Cups reverse. So the energy of walking away, leaving something. There's a connection to, there's an emotional tie to a relationship or a place. But there's a but. There's a but. You know that there's more. You don't know how you will get. You don't know the pathway. You just know that there's more. You feel that there's more. And you want it. So notice the Queen of Cups is backing the Nine of Cups. So it's like you are looking, how can I fill my cup? I got this cup, and how can I fill it? I know that there's more. You got the Five of Cups here. So I feel like it's a mixture of, there's something that's going to shake you, but at the end of the day, it's there to make you bigger. There's like the universe is saying to you, think bigger, go bigger, go bigger, even big, go bigger. Tell me about the Seven of Wands. Six of Cups, and I saw the Four of Cups. You got cups. There's so much water here. So you got the Six of Cups here. Seven of Wands. I feel like your guides are just trying to get through to you that you might feel uncomfortable, but uncomfortable means that you expanding. Uncomfortable means that you're pushing yourself outside of your limitations or restrictions that you've set for yourself. It's almost as if you're being asked to go back to that light-hearted, that childlike sense of adventure and wonder about life. You know, when you didn't know anything about disappointments or you weren't jaded by life. It's almost as if they're saying, make, you know, wherever you might be feeling uncomfortable this new solar year, tap into that sense of lightness and wonderment in order to get you through it. There's the Tower again. And the thing is with this particular Tower card is that the other Tower cards have fire. There's fire and people falling out of buildings. And this is all water. It's a rush of water. And you got all this water energy on here. So it's like you're being uprooted. Actually, it's like you're being uprooted because your Page of Pentacles is reversed. Your Three of Swords. So whatever is happening, my throat just went weird as I was saying that. Remember, you got communication is a massive thing for y'all this solar year. Whatever is happening is uprooting you. And that's why you feel heavy. Because you're so connected and attached to your roots. And being rooted is good. But you don't want to be stagnant. You don't want to stay this. You want to be this. You want to be this. You want to be this. You know what I'm saying? Tell me about this, the World card for Capricorn for this solar year. Wow. Look at this, Capricorn. The Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands. I'm telling you, the world is your oyster in 2021. I don't know what is coming, how it is. It could be literally the world is your oyster. It could just be your personal world. However this resonates for you. But there's some new fire coming here. There's a new spark, some new passion, there's something that's going to make you feel dynamic. This is spring energy, so this is new life. This is blooming and blossoming. Maybe during spring is when you will start to see all of this change coming. All right? March is a big deal, I feel like cosmically, and I've been like gathering other information. You think about like the conjunction we just had and the steps, because we are in this rebirth. So there's like all these different steps, and March has been a massive theme that keeps running through. Even with other readings, you know, March seems to be a big deal in me. And there we go, springtime in the northern hemisphere. That's the end of the zodiac cycle, Pisces. Right? So keep your ear to the ground. Moon in Pisces. Around March. In general, but watch out for March. Alright, Ten of Wands. Feel y'all gonna be challenged, but this challenge is leading y'all to something big. Trust this process. Maybe even negotiating with the universe in itself. All right, what's the word of advice? The Four of Cups. This other deck that I was using to clarify, I saw the Four of Cups a couple times. The Four of Cups is here. The only way that you're able to receive whatever is being offered to you is if you heal a sense of mistrust. Because whatever's going to hit you here might make you doubt, might make you mistrust, might make you extremism, you know, Mercury and Scorpio. You might go from one extreme to the next, not knowing if you can trust, being resistant. But there's things coming forward that you will feel clearly that you can trust it. Here's a Knight of Cups showing up. So for some of you singles, because I feel as if there's some kind of break a relationship coming apart. There's some new energy coming in. There's a sense of romance here. There's a lot of romance. In order for you to be able to accept and receive this cup, you have to heal. You have to heal. So final outcome for Capricorn. The High Priestess, trusting your intuition. I told y'all, this is a year of really trusting intuition. This is a year of going with the flow. Moon in Pisces. Can't get you. I mean, how much more intuitive can you get? The Moon in Pisces. Here's that energy. Here's Moon energy. The High Priestess, this is seeing beyond what we could see, taste, touch, feel, know to be true. This is trusting. This is receiving inspiration from the ethers, from spirit, from your guides, from your ancestors. This is connecting to your spirituality on another level. This is, again, higher learning. This is occult, discovering. We in the age of Aquarius, this is the revelations, you know, learning and feeling and knowing what is innately to be true. Wow, this is beautiful. And you might be conflicted within yourself. But it's fine. That's part of the process. You know, it's like unraveling all of the teachings and the programming and all these other things that we've been bogged down with from birth, and all of a sudden seeing things in a whole different way. Even how we deal with ourselves, like the boxes that we place ourselves in, that's about to shift for you. How you relate to others, how you see yourself in loving relationships, how you connect, how you communicate. Your idea of planting seeds and rooting yourself and finding stability in instability. Look at that. 10 of Pentacles. So something breaks down for something new to come in. And this is legacy now. This is committed. This is family. This is tribe. This is community. This is support. This is money. And not just willy-nilly money. This is solid money. This is marriage or commitment, devotion. You have to go through all of that to come back to yourself, right? To make one full circle. All right. Look at that. 6 of Swords. I'm telling you, some of y'all moving, traveling. Some of y'all leaving things in the past. Some of y'all leaving the idea of who you are and going and following who you truly are. The Hierophant here, first card that I showed you. So we've come full circle, and Temperance down the middle. Look at that. Angelic, divine guidance, protection, support. All right, let's get some love cards. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. You uprooting yourself. You're going through a whole sense of being uprooted. You have deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So you see these cards, the first 2 cards that came out. I told y'all, you know, read the fine print real good. This could also be you deceiving yourself and this is where I need to be. This is what I need to do. This is comfortable. I know what this is. I don't know what out there is, but I know what this is. So let me stay over here. Wearing a false mask for yourself, deceiving yourself to be safe. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Top of the deck. You're uprooting yourself to find something solid, to plant new seeds, to reroot yourself, but this time in an expansive way. It's not boxed in. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. All right, so I feel like that's the first energy, the Three of Swords, that Page of Pentacles reverse, the deception. Whatever is this Ten of Cups reverse and this Eight of Cups, whatever you're walking away from, to let the true love come in. All right. I'm going to get a money card for you. Ooh, we got two. All right, so you have the physical me is materialized spirit. 41. And whenever I am feeling good, I am attracting good. All right, so let me read them for you quickly. All right, so the physical me is materialized spirit. Some say that you should not want money at all because the desire for money is materialistic and not spiritual. But we want you to remember that you are here in this very physical world where spirit has materialized. You cannot separate yourself from the aspect of yourself that is spiritual. And while you are here in these bodies, you cannot separate yourselves from that which is physical or material. All of the magnificent things of a physical nature that are surrounding you are spiritual in nature. All right, that's the first. And whenever I am feeling good, I am attracting good. When you think a thought of upliftment or abundance or well-being, you are filled with a feeling of positive emotion. You may trust the way that you feel as the indicator as to which side of this subject, which is really two subjects, you are on. Whether it is the subject of money or lack of it, or health or lack of it, or a relationship or the lack of one, always when you feel good, you are in the place of attracting that which you are wanting. Right? So you feel it, it materializes. So be mindful of what you're materializing, mindful of what you're creating. Y'all saw that card came out. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. You got emotions are running high. Super moon. Show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. No more boxing in yourself. And your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. All right, so you got Mercury in Taurus, resistance. So even with you uprooting yourself and expanding in a way, like Capricorn will always be Capricorn. Y'all will always have your plans in place, but don't balance between the magic of life, the wonderment of life, the excitement, the expansion, the bigness of life, with creating steps to make all of that work for you. You know, not one or the other. With a heavy theme on intuition, right? The wonderment of life. I know I keep saying it, but that's what keeps coming to my mind. All right, let's get a Trust Your Vibes card. I just saw Learn, which reminds me of that Sagittarius energy again, you know, like broadening your horizons. I'm getting chills as I said that. Thank you. Call on your runners. All right, your runners are those spirit guides who are more connected to the earth realm. So they deal with more day-to-day aspects of your life. They assist you through life. So let's say you are running late and you are worried about traffic. You can call on your runners to help. You know, make sure that the way is clear for me. Show me a clear pathway to get from point A to B with as ease, with the most ease as possible. You know, it's that type of energy. You have play. This was in my head when I was shuffling for you, because I feel like this goes with that wonderment that I kept seeing over and over in my mind, right? Going back to play. Play assists you in your creativity. You know, when you take a time out and you do things like puzzles and playing games and that kind of thing, it helps with your creative side, your creative mind. You have expect the best at the bottom here. Be a magnet for the best. Think big, think big, think big. And you have make a note of it. So get your journals. Start writing all them synchronicities, all them dreams. Even your practical plan. You know, writing about the life that you're calling in. Maybe some of y'all are writers or have been thinking about writing. Like, write. Make 2021 a year of writing for you. All right. So, my loves, that's your solar return. Just a little taste of what could potentially be happening for you in your new year. Over the next year. I hope that this message really supports you. I feel like doing an Archangel card for y'all as well. That just came to mind. I'm going to pull an Archangel card for you. And right now at the bottom is abundance. So I just take it out of the box. But my mind feels drawn to this. So I'm going to pull an Archangel card. Let's see. What's the message for Capricorn? Give me one Archangel. Thank you very much. I think it's intuition. Intuition, Raziel. Intuition is your message. Wow. Raziel, the divine mysteries. It says the oracle wishes you to turn inwards to your intuition, to the natural laws of your soul, which will guide you through the pulsations of eternal love. Trust this inner wisdom, O dear one, as it is the abundance of your spirit that speaks to you. Listen carefully to these inner murmurings, for when we are called to a teaching, a guide, a vision, a book, a piece of music, or a natural landscape, it means there is something powerful that will be communicated to us. Communicated. All these Mercury cards. Raziel is one with your profound inner intelligence and wants you to be awake to these whisperings. Sit in silence for the oracular proof of Raziel's love. You're listening. Look at that. Empathy. Moon in Pisces. Spirits. Spirit guides. Receiving a lot of downloads. Just looking to see what's at the bottom. Mercy, Metatron. Compassion. That's Zafkiel. And Jophiel, Joy. And I saw this and I thought about y'all earlier as well. Oh, Capricorn, that is your message. I hope that these messages really support you in your new year. Happy soul return. Happy new year to you. Until your next message, my loves. Take care. Bye-bye.